Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post.
Hey there, Post+Institute. This is Kristi, Saul, the co-founder, coming at you live on this fabulous Friday. I'm on a little bit early because I made the mistake of setting an appointment for 6:15. But hey, that's okay because, you know, we can kind of get it all done. It'll be all right. If you come looking at 6:30 and you find this video, I'm sorry I didn't see you live. You know, we just try to get it all done as best we can. So my name is Kristi Saul. I'm the co-founder of the Post+Institute, and I had my microphone out, and then I forgot to put it on. Ha, 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 ha. So welcome to the Post Daily Dose, the best little parenting show on the internet. I will tell you, it is just about as cold as it could possibly be here in Oklahoma, and I am experiencing a little bit of envy for anybody who's got sunshine like Rose in beautiful sunny Arizona. That was perfect timing, Rose. Glad to see your name popping up in your watching. First, I want to plug these books really quick. Brian's book, From Fear to Love, that you can get at feartolovebook.com. Then we have the workbook, the new companion workbook. And I'm going to tell you, this book helps us go deep into understanding the impact of trauma. It goes deep into helping us understand our children, and it also helps us understand ourselves, because oftentimes our own childhood issues, our own childhood stories are the lens of life that got implanted for us in our zero to birth can really get tangled up with that of our children. And so yeah, I just really encourage this workbook. You can find it on Amazon in print, but then also you can find it on our website as an ebook. And I also see my friend Keisha watching, and I want to give a quick shout out to just say hi, love. I hope today has been a much better day for you, and you know that Big Papa and I both love you dearly, young lady. Then, of course, this book, The Great Behavior Breakdown, you can find this on Amazon and also on postinstitute.com. So for the month of February, we've been talking about all things love. And, we talked a little bit of posty, and then we started diving into 1 Corinthians 13, because that is a biblical verse that is so frequently quoted when we talk about love. And what I've realized in going through each piece of 1 Corinthians 13 is that we talk some big talk about love, but love in action, that is a whole different thing, isn't it? We can have love in our heart for people, and we can really, we genuinely can have tremendous amounts of love for people in our heart, but we get so triggered. We get triggered into our own blueprints of parenting and what we think, how we think things should go. And when they're not going that way, we step into fear in so many ways. So I'm going to just kind of do a quick recap. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not dishonor. Love does not boast, and it's not prideful. And we've talked about each one of those elements in depth. And we've talked about and love does not envy. Sorry. And I got those a little out of order. Forgive me. We talked about how each one of these little principles, and really breaking down each one of these little principles. So you can go back and watch videos from the last week and a half and catch up if you're interested. But what's just really interesting to me is how, we're pretty quick to proclaim love and to say that we love people. And we're pretty quick to even talk about, I really love my child. And yet when we read about what love in action looks like, then we realize that we're all just really fallible human beings. And that it takes a lot of awareness. It takes a lot of self-control. It takes a lot of impulse control. And for me, I also find it all much, much easier to walk in that space of love when I slow down, when I breathe, when I'm mindful, when my self-care is intact, when I am not trying to do too much. Because I will tell you, every time I look back, and every time there was a massive disruption with a child who was my responsibility to care for. And when I say disruption, I'm talking about houses torn up. I'm talking about physical aggression, talking about a knife being held to my face. When I talk about this stuff, I'm not talking about stuff that we hadn't walked through. Big disruptions. And anytime there were big disruptions, it was when I was trying to do too much. I was just trying to do too much, trying to be too many things to do to too many people. And in that place, I lost attunement with the children I was responsible for in that moment. So I wanted to make sure and let you guys know that I get it. Big Papa and I both have walked this walk for a long, long time. And when we talk about love and we talk about digging in, we talk about checking the position of our heart. We talk about taking time for some meditation, some prayer, learning the value of breathing and really practicing that, because when we take these deep breaths, it literally oxygenates our brain and it helps us get our thinking, our rational thinking back in line. Because when we exceed our window of stress tolerance, when we're stressed out and overwhelmed and our brains are hijacked, our short-term memory is suppressed and our thinking is distorted and confused. So the principle of love that is up tonight with regards to 1 Corinthians 13, love is not easily angered. When I was thinking about this, the one thing that a few things popped into my mind, but one thing that popped into my mind was, what do you mean easily? What do you mean easily? I know sometimes we feel like we are striving to stay calm and regulated. This model of parenting is so interesting because being regulated and being emotionally present it's a very interesting process, because I have had the experience and I have many parents ask me about, but what happens when you're in that relationship with that child or that person? And because this happens in adult relationships as well, where it feels as if that the person you're engaged with isn't satisfied until you blow your top. And what I say to that is that there are some people who have experienced so much aggression, abuse, so much anger in their lives that it's almost like they don't feel you, like they don't really feel you being present until things get elevated. And because we have not trained ourselves, trained our thinking, we've not gained full control over how our emotions flare up. And these are exercises. I mean, this takes literally like you would think about a muscle, a weight lifter, bodybuilder kind of person really working on this. But there's literally this space that you can come to where you can feel yourself getting angry and pause just long enough to take a deep breath and make an active decision about whether or not you want to elevate or not. And when you get to that place, you can literally elevate your energy, you can elevate your voice, you can elevate your energetic presence and never really be angry. And that's a magical place to be in, because sometimes our kids are so accustomed to all of that aggression that it's like, that's like you guys come and say, yeah, but what about that kid? What about when my child just won't let it go until I finally blow up? And then it's finally like they finally get, it's like the buildup and then the explosion is like this great release, right? But here we are trying to model something very different. The thing is that our adult anger, when we truly are angry, we can be really scary. We can be really, really, really scary, and we don't realize it. But if you can practice that pause, if you can practice that pause, then you can literally step into that place where love is not easily angered, where you can actually meet your child in that space of intensity without actually being angry. And then you're still able to be in charge of your body, in charge of your thoughts, in charge of your words, so that you're not just spewing nasty, vile stress all over them. So I hope there's something in that for you guys. I hope there's some little nuggets of wisdom that you can pull from. And I just want to, this is like my first announcement of this. At the end of this month, in our New Parenting Lovolution, which is our membership program, I'm going to be doing a live Zoom event. It's going to be 30 minutes to an hour of a training, and then we're going to have time for Q&A either in that forum, or we may break up into Zoom rooms. I've got somebody helping me understand how to do all that, so I'm pretty excited. And for those of you who are not members of the New Parenting Lovolution, we'll have a public offering where you can buy a ticket and attend the event. But I'm telling you, we're getting ready. That's a great platform as it is. There's over 50 hours of education with Brian, podcasts, webinars, videos, and like even our trauma-informed training that we offer is literally an 8-hour training, and it costs $129 by itself. But it's included in the New Parenting Lovolution on that platform. And so you can get all of that for $397. It's usually $697. We have a $300 off coupon you can use. You enter the code LOVE300 to save that $300. And so you get access to all of that education, plus our private Facebook page. Plus, when we have open spaces in our book studies, we offer those at a tremendous discount to people in the Lovolution. And then we're going to be doing these monthly trainings and Q&As. So we're really working to make that an extremely valuable place for parents and professionals to come and grow together. On the private Facebook page, people can come. They share specific details of things that are going on in their family. I've had parents pull up their phone right in the moment of things and send an SOS video, and they can immediately get support. Somebody, either myself or one of our well-trained parents, will get in there immediately and start walking with you so you know you're not alone. So I just want to let you guys know that that is available and a great place that you can reach out and get support. So the weekend is upon us. If you've not already done so today, put everything on hold. All the stuff you've been stressing about, all the stuff you've been fretting about, all the stuff you've been worried about, push pause on all of that. Take some deep breaths. Maybe just go pause for yourself. Maybe go spend some time with your spouse a few minutes. Get your energy straight. Remember, they're just babies. They're children. They need you. They like those electronics, but most, especially if they're about 12 and under, if you'll engage with them, if you'll play with them, they still really want to hang out with you. So go hang out with your children. Go love on your babies. Let the love you have for them shine from your eyes. Let it emanate from your heart. Get that energy straight so they can feel your loving vibration. Go plant some love weed seeds by wrestling, playing, creating, whatever it looks like in your family. Make sure your babies feel the love you have for them. And remember what Brian tells us: in any given moment, we can act out of our same blueprints of stress and fear and overwhelm, or we can choose love. Much love to you guys. Have a blessed weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday.